Hey, welcome everyone to the Sketch Zone podcast. I'm Carlos. And at first I thought I was going to be flying alone, but alas, I am not. I brought some friends with me. That's right. You guys have actually seen this guy on the show before. He's a part of the Midway documentary crew. That, my friends, is DJ Sean Doe.
Hey everybody, good to be here.
Our sound guy is stuck at work. So it's going to be boring AF. So my apologies. Hey, Long Arm, good to see you again. And the man of the probably an hour or two.
Mm-hmm.
Haha. You guys, I convinced Russ Morland to come hang out with us. Yay!
What's up? Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, it's good to have you.
I'm hyped.
What was it? I think it was last week. Sean said that you guys had met at Roto Fuji.
Yeah, that's
last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever. And he goes, "Man, I got this cool guy for the show." I was like, "Hell yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, man. I'm super down. Me and Sean got along like instantly. He's kind of the only person I was talking to in Chicago, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no. So my big thing, and it just comes with doing Roto Fuji for the years that I've done it. Like I really like to get in touch with the artist sometimes beforehand, and for people that don't know, I curate music at a place called Roto Fuji Gallery in Chicago, and so every month when the shows come around, I try to get in touch with the artists, maybe see what they like, maybe see what like what type of music that they like, and then I try to curate the show around the music that they like. So a lot of times I like getting reactions from the actual artists. Like I'll play something and they'll be talking to people that's there for them, and they'll just look up at me, and I'm like, I did my job.
Yeah.
But it was pretty like this show that's at Roto Fuji right now is it's so amazing. Like,
thank you.
Like it's really amazing. It's if you're in Chicago, please go to Roto Fuji Gallery tomorrow.
Yeah, you got like 3 days left, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I broke my back on that show for sure, man. I did all those paintings, 24 paintings in 3 months.
Dang.
And if you see them in real life, you'll understand that was quite the feat for sure. My wife stuck around though, so that's good.
That's cool. Hey, Gabriel Williams, how's it going? Landon, what's up, buddy? Good to see you guys are here.
What's up?
So just to get you guys caught up, Jack is 1, has a cold, 2, his parents are visiting, 3, I believe, was stuck at work, and Charlie is still stuck at work. So they're probably listening. Hi guys, we miss you. See you next week.
Kind of like the excuses.
Yeah, I know. But if you guys think about it, like this is I wonder if anyone's gonna know, because like you guys are filling in the racial profile. We got the white dude, the black dude.
Oh, I had to get racial already, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Carlos.
All right, so we're about to get into our fun prompt. Chat room, please start thinking of the categories that you like: adjective, animal, character, action, style, location. But now we're going to take a look at what everyone did for last week, which was boom. It was a secretive monkey in a spaceship. Let's see what we got.
That's awesome.
Joey Wall. He's not here yet. You guys will see Joey is probably sleeping right now or possibly getting ready for work. He likes to log in as he's getting ready for work. He lives in England. So as he's getting ready for work, he watches a show, and then later he'll watch it. He'll watch the rest of it. So he just likes to see his name and his art up.
Wow. He's from England, so obviously we're related. So
obviously, aren't you guys all like play cousins or something?
Same. We're all from London. We all speak
Good work. I'm digging the reflection here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job. But my one complaint, if he's in a space, oh no, I guess the door is open, huh? Because all the stars are there. I was gonna say, if he's in the spaceship, why is he wearing the helmet? But
He's about to go.
the window's open.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah,
Good job, though.
that's really good.
Yeah, it's dope.
We got Gus Frava, probably. Gus Frava. I like this one. He's floating by trying to tell the people to not tell that he's outside. Don't be a snitch. Snitches get stitches.
You don't want that in a spacesuit, man.
All right, let's see who else.
Oh, I like that piece.
We got Steve Clark, SLC. Yeah, Steve started doing these a few weeks ago, and he's just killing this art thing, man.
Yeah, Steve looks like he's hitting walls to me, you know? Might be like one of those guys with those spray cans.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to investigate Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, though. I like it.
Yeah,
Another one. Steve likes to show off. He likes to do like 2 or 3 a week.
Wow.
But hey, keep killing it, dude.
Yeah, he's totally killing it.
Still.
Shh. Stealing bananas. Good job. I believe. Oh no, I think Narsarios has been doing this for a couple weeks now. But there's it's a story. So you got some monkeys who saw the big banana, and the big banana is actually an astronaut. So this is probably how the monkeys turned into humans.
Right.
We had an intervention.
It's got a bit of that Far Side kind of vibe.
Yeah, huh?
You know?
Mm-hmm.
NABA.
North American Banana Association.
Banana Association.
I've seen a movie like that once, but it didn't have monkeys in it.
Hey, Elizabeth is here. Hello. Welcome back. Oh, yours truly.
Nice.
Yeah, dude is eating all the beans.
Yeah. Love it.
And Shiloh. This is since you guys are relatively new, I can say this and not feel bad. Sorry, Shiloh, but Shiloh's my hero.
Yeah, really
Shiloh be killing it, man.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, it's all about those textures, you know.
Yeah,
like the multiple use.
And the cool thing about Shiloh is every one of his drawings tells a story that goes deeper than it probably should.
Right.
He really puts a lot of thought into these little exercises that we do.
A lot of narrative to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
And generally he has like extra little characters around, and yeah. I've learned a lot just from copying Shiloh.
It's good.
Yeah. I try to copy his work, and he's a super helpful dude too.
I'm not sure if that door would close. Is that a door or is that just an opening?
I
think it's just an opening. We're gonna go with opening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's like a closed thing. I'm not sure. I'm no engineer though.
All right. We got Pat Illustrates. There's a lot happening here. I saw you guys named your last episode after my project. I wanted to say that means a lot to me. See? Yeah, Elizabeth in the chat room. She is she's the high school girl that I was telling you guys about before the show.
Yes.
That submitted an animation to the animation festivals. Yeah, so she's back. You're welcome, Elizabeth. I mean, that was an easy one. We're very, very proud of you and what you've done.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, that's about it. I thought we had a few more, but that's it. So that means it's time to pick another one. How about you guys help us out, or chat room, whoever decides to chime in. So the way it works, we pick 1, 2, or 3. We've done 4, and it really drives people crazy.
Yeah.
But any of these categories, and then I'll check them, and then we'll see what it comes up, and then we try to pick something that's going to be fun for people to draw.
Cool. Like, you want me to pick one? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, so the character one, could we do wizard?
We can,
Mm-hmm.
or we could just, yeah. I'll type in wizard.
Oh, okay. That's what you're saying. So it's like random sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's right. We can keep wizard.
Yeah, let's keep wizard.
Okay.
I just do a lot of wizard, so then it'd be kind of like that tie in with what I do, right?
Oh, perfect. Taylor, animal. Okay, we got animal. Thank you, Elizabeth. Sean, you wanna give us one, or please keep wizard? Something tells me you guys draw lots of wizards. Like there's not a lot of people that are like, yes, we're gonna need a wizard.
I've got a cool wizard painting sitting next to me that I'll show you guys in a second.
Or we could just leave it at 1 and then you're done. Just post that.
Boom. I'm good.
All right, so we got wizard, we have animal. Sean, you want to give us one?
Location.
Oh God, I hate location. Anyway, let's see. How about a wizard lizard orbiting planet?
Dude, I drew that like yesterday, I think.
I like it. I like it. This is the first time in a long time that the first draw was actually pretty good.
Is that fun prompter actually stuck in my head? Is this some weird like cameras are watching me, right?
You ever see Hot Tub Time Machine? It's like that, but different.
Yeah. Word.
Cool. There you go. We're gonna do a lizard wizard orbiting planet, on an orbiting planet, or you guys do what you want.
Yeah.
But that's what we have. Cool. So that was
nice,
painless.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. A lizard wizard orbiting a planet. Cool. So that's that. And then this is part of the show where we talk about new things that have been happening. And I wanted to throw this out here real quick because I think Sean might want to talk and brag a little bit about something that he just did today. But good news, guys. Spotify has made improvements. And by improvements, I mean Sketch Zone Podcast is officially on Spotify.
Nice.
So if you have a Spotify account, find us. Awesome. Not really sure what that's going to do for any of us.
Another place to listen, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So at least you guys will be able to hear us somewhere else if you really want to. There you go.
Well,
I listen to most of my podcasts on Spotify. So
do you?
Yeah, I think it's a great place to live.
Yeah.
I don't even. I remember when Spotify was around a little while ago. I submitted the podcast to be on Spotify, and they never got back to me. This was a handful of months ago. And now it's just kind of like we're there now.
Yeah,
I finally get that off my reminder list.
with my podcast, it just when I upload it to Podbean, it just uploads into all these other places.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't have to really do anything. It just like people are like, oh, listen to on this. I've never even heard of the app they're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I might Podbean.
Yeah, cost me like $10 a month. It's not too bad.
That might be worth it because I'm on what you call it, SoundCloud, and all they give me is the RSS feed.
Yeah.
So then I have to do everything else manually. But
yeah, mine goes to iTunes, YouTube, and Spotify automatically, and then I can select others.
That's a good transition point. What's your podcast?
It's called the Lurk Loves You podcast, or the LLY podcast. We basically do humor, a lot of poop talking each other, and see how I kept that PG, and and we talk a little bit about art because apparently we know what we're talking about when we're talking about art, but we very, very rarely talk about art. It's just a lot of idiotic stuff.
Yeah.
It's like what happens when dumb people decide to, have a voice.
There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm going to keep the politics out of it. I'm going to keep politics out of it. I'm like, oh, so that's how Fox News got its start.
Yeah. Basically, with the Fox News of podcasts. That's what. That just lost me about, 50 listeners, right?
Yeah.
No, we're not the Fox News of podcast. I actually don't even really know what Fox News is. We don't get that up in Canada.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That was a good way to turn that one around, brother.
What's
that?
Yeah. I'll be back later. Got to go for now. Have fun now. All right. See you later, Landon. So who is it? Just you and...
So it's me. I have a producer that's normally with me, sitting in the room with me. It's my friend John. He has a Instagram, Intuitive Visual. He's a documentary filmmaker, and he does beats. He raps a little bit, so he knows a lot about music and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So he puts a lot of the sound together for me. He does a little bit of the editing, but we don't even do editing anymore. We just go straight through a mixing console right now, and it all goes into one track. So there's not really much editing to do anymore. Just like a song at the start, song at the end, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I have my co-worker Sean with me, who's Bro Monkey on Instagram. He's actually, it's kind of like what that guy you were talking about earlier. It's like he's actually one of my favorite artists. I'll never tell him that he's not here right now, and he'll never listen to this because he's lazy. But so you'll never know that he's one of my favorite artists. But whatever. That's what you get for not being around. And so he's on, but he's my heel. So he's like I'm kind of like the straight man. He's the funny man kind of thing, So he just says a bunch of really dumb stuff. He actually thought Jamaica was in Africa.
Oh,
but
like
the best
that.
part is, no, wait for it. He's been to Jamaica. The whole time while he was in Jamaica, he thought he was in Africa. He's a really special boy. He's the loveliest.
Whatever you do, don't send him to Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really gonna throw him, hey?
He's gonna be like, "Wow, America's in Africa now." Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a real special boy. He's absolutely lovely. There's no malice in him whatsoever, but he's a simpler man,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to what was his name?
Bro Monkey.
Shout out to Bro Monkey.
Bless him. Bless his cotton socks, as grandma would say.
Yeah.
Simpler, man.
What made you want to get into making a podcast?
I can't shut up.
Oh.
Yeah. I just want to talk about stuff. No, I actually really strongly believe in I strongly believe that we're losing a lot of communication. We were kind of like touching on this earlier. I'm really getting sick and tired of the fact that even I'm guilty of this, just going through Instagram, looking at pictures, just hitting the like button. Sometimes I don't even hit the like button anymore, but I really like the picture. It's getting to that point where it's so mindless. I'm just, so when I do an art show, I really want lots of people to show up, and I'll talk to everybody, any walk of life, man. I was raised well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I really want to just bring that communication back. And I want to do the podcast because of that same thing. I want people to realize that artists aren't this untouchable goal, that we're just like, we have the same problems. Like we get IBS when we're going through the airport, or we have relationship issues, or whatever it is, or Sean doesn't even know where Jamaica is. There's some real stuff going on out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want people to like see that side of it, you know. And it's
Yeah.
funny, right? It makes for good stories, man. Like
That's
we should be communicating more. We're losing that. It's such a crucial time on this planet where we need to be communicating more, not less.
right.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Man, it's scary.
And that's one of the big reasons why we started this was
Yeah.
exactly that. Like I was looking for well, a lot like you, a way to reach out to talk to artists
Yeah.
that because artists are generally introverts
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard to get them to come out
Right. Yeah.
to talk. And so then, you know, there's a lot of things that as artists we go through, and we kind of started touching on this a little bit before the show, kind of like um making money.
Right.
Why do artists refuse to make money?
Oh, I don't.
Yeah. And that's just it. Like
Yeah.
we're shy to talk about, you know, contracts and following up with getting our money and doing all that stuff. But you need to understand that you're not out here by yourself.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
I've touched on stuff like that in the podcast, especially on the contracts. One of the interests and talk just because you made me think about that. There's I did work with quite a big shoe company once. Did a shoe for them. Actually designed the side of the shoes and everything. I can't really mention the name because they're good people. But I mean, talking about contracts, man, sometimes you got to learn the hard way, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The shoe was already on the shelf for sale worldwide, and then they sent me the contract. What am I negotiating? The shoe's already for sale, man. Like, so they were basically like, "This is what we're paying you," and it was. I remember thinking to myself, "Man, I'm gonna get a down payment for a house out of this." I got a down payment for like a new sketchbook and maybe some paints.
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
And that's the you know, that's the thing that drives me crazy. Everyone has that idea that's going to change the planet,
Yeah.
and they have so many people that have so much money until it's time to pay the artist.
Yeah, nobody wants to pay the artist, but we literally make everything you can see.
Yeah.
On every level, an artist does every single thing you can see, from garment design to architectural design to engineering. That's all art.
Exactly.
We do everything, but we are the last people to get paid.
Right.
But strangely, with tattooing, people don't even bat an eyelid when we say how much we charge. They just have come to accept it. So with tattooing, I don't get anybody haggling. You know what I mean? They're just like, this. I'm like, oh, it'd be like $400. Okay. If I said the same thing for a painting, which would have taken me more hours, they'd be like, oh, well, I don't know. It's just like, come on, man.
Yeah. Tattoo, and we can talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
That's one of the people that you don't really want to haggle with, is the person that's about to put something permanent on your body.
Yeah, you don't want to catch a body, man.
Oh, can you do it for 50? Yeah, I can do it for 50. You're gonna have a $50 tattoo.
I've definitely tattooed some hidden things before. You know, if you wanna keep going outside on your cell phone and be really loud and make drug deals with your friends really loud in my courtyard in front of the nice old ladies that walk by,
Yeah.
then you get a hidden smiley face in your tattoo.
And by smiley face, he means
will ever know.
penis.
Yeah. No, I did a smiley face. That person was a joker, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So you're a tattoo artist. How long have you been doing that?
16 years.
Holy cow. So you're all right. You're pretty
Yeah.
good.
I own my own studio. Yeah, I own a tattoo studio. I have about 6 people working for me. But I've actually been doing the art game much longer. I did my first art show in 94.
Yeah.
So a long time ago, you know?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you grow up doing painting and drawing and stuff?
Yeah, man. Like I was super into like making games, like card-based games like Dungeons and Dragons, you know, that sort of shit, right? And then
Nice.
I painted the little toys, right? Actually, I learned how to paint from painting the little toys.
Yeah.
Once you paint something that's 3D, doing something on a flat piece of paper is actually a lot easier, you know?
Mm.
Not that I was great at it when I was young, but it's definitely easier than going the other way around. And then yeah, I skateboarded the whole time, so I was into like punk rock, hip hop when I was a kid. So I was influenced by all that sort of stuff. My 3 tapes that I had a Pavarotti tape, I had the Beastie Boys, and I had Madonna. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what's going on for this guy, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I was,
Okay.
like, influenced
Hey.
by that '80s thing, man. I
Which
was
Madonna though?
Immaculate Collection. Not that I remember.
I,
I think it was, like, 3 people I wanted to be, 1 person I wanted to bone, and one
yeah.
person,
What is that?
and then the
The
Pavarotti, I don't know, I think it was just, like, he just had this cool voice or something, it was powerful, man, I don't know.
that's a what is it? The Bone Mary Kill?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna kill Pavarotti. Judging by the size of that dude, he's gonna kill himself pretty soon, I don't know, man. Too many pizzas.
From those 3 tapes, I can see why you dig dig the way I play music, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm all like, I'll just go all over the place when I'm like, I don't care. Like, nobody can stick me in a genre. Like,
Yeah, man, good.
so
I
yeah,
appreciate that, man. I can't handle that musical, no, I wouldn't say ignorance, but like, you know, like when somebody's like, "Oh, I only listen to rap, or I only listen to punk rock, or I only listen to heavy metal." It's just like, man, that's sounds horrible.
right.
Yeah.
Like you don't understand that there's like actually one of my favorite music genres is calypso. It sends everybody at the studio crazy because they just don't want to. Because calypso, after a while, literally just sounds like you played the same song for 2 hours. But there's something about calypso, man, that just gets me going, man. I love calypso. You know? So that's it. I'm all
It's
over the place, you know? Like,
it's pretty dope.
yeah.
What's the there's the other one that has a funny name to it. I'll think of it. I can't think of it right now.
There's like polka, which is almost like a similar rhythm.
Yeah.
It's got that boom bap, right?
Mm-hmm. You get a couple Spanish singers. You have Banda from Mexico.
Oh.
See there?
Oh. Looks like we're gonna be exchanging some DMs later, you know what I'm saying?
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Ah, that's
Yeah,
so
but
good.
yeah, man, I just into all music. Like when I was growing up as a kid, like super like the skateboarding thing, right? I mean, like I don't think anybody in this world actually gives I mean, like skateboarding changed fashion, style, and art for everybody.
Yeah.
Because it also like was such a bridge between all the gaps in music as well, because a lot of the skateboarders would listen to punk rock and they listen to hip hop at the same time. But as far as the fashion goes, 90% of the stuff we're wearing right now is the stuff that I used to get beaten up for wearing in the
Mhm.
mid 90s. You know what I mean? But now it's just so acceptable to wear a pair of Vans and a pair of like, you know, Hittens
Yeah.
or something like that. It's so weird. Skateboarding hasn't been given enough credit as far as its contributions to the art and design world, I don't think.
Yeah.
You know, in fact,
And the inclusion,
mm-hmm.
and that's one of the big reasons why I'm a fan of skateboard culture, hip
Yeah.
hop culture. It's if you're cool, they're gonna let you in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
And just be
if
crazy.
you're an ass, you're gonna get pushed off that half pipe.
Well, I might have done that to a few people. I don't know. Sometimes boards just fly through the air all by themselves, man. Oh, it's weird.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, we were always pretty inclusive in our group. What was really hard was growing up in England back then. And then, like, well, I mean, I started skateboarding in the '80s, so I was the only kid wearing those, like, you know, parachute pants. Like, I thought I was MC Hammer, dude. I was out there wearing those parachute pants. I had my Vision streetwears on, and
Right.
you know, like, I'm skating. There was literally not one other person in my high school that skateboarded. I was the only person. So man, like I had a target on my back, you know?
Yeah.
How did you find skateboard culture? Like, if it was not readily accessible like that.
So the BMX culture was always bigger in England. And in London, like we're from the northeast, right? We're right next to Scotland, right? So we grew up right next to Scotland. But in the
That's pretty good.
well, hey man, I lived there till I was 24. I can do you some accents. But because London was such an influence in the world in general, they were pumping out magazines, and BMX culture was really big. So sometimes in the BMX magazines that my brother would get, there'd be like 1 or 2 skateboard photographs that they kind of allowed in from like a competition or whatever, right? In the editorial.
Mhm.
And I'd see that and be like, "Whoa, that's amazing." And I saw like some adverts for the skateboards. And I remember taking like I would have been maybe 5 or 6. I remember taking tracing paper, putting it over the skateboard in the magazine and tracing the shape of the skateboard and then drawing my own graphics on that skateboard.
Damn.
So I was already on that path. I couldn't do anything else at school. Like I didn't pass school, right? I passed art and that was it. And then I had to like spend 2 years doing what we call resits, or like I think you guys call it upgrade, maybe. I'm not sure. Like where you got to like basically finish high school out of high school. I
Yeah.
was only supposed to do 1 year, but then I tried to defraud the college and I got caught. So it
Damn.
put me back another year. But we're not getting into that.
Lesson to the kids: don't do that.
Yeah. But I was just trying to get some extra money, man. I came from a pretty lower middle class family, and I was trying to hustle, right?
Yeah.
But skateboards aren't cheap, so you got to try and get those new skateboards, and you break them. That's the most amazing part about that whole thing.
Mhm.
But that's yeah, like just I got into art because of all of that. Like that's without that like I don't know whether I'd got into art. I'm not sure what I would have got into. Maybe like more into like doing like heavy metal posters and stuff like that. Because I remember I was like super into Iron Maiden when I was a kid. You remember like
Yeah.
all their album covers were so cool, right? So yeah, I think
Hey, Russ, can you turn your mic up a little bit?
yeah. How's that?
A little more.
How's that?
Okay. Long arm, let me know what you think. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah. Long arm, let me know if you can hear me now. If you can hear me now. God, I feel like I just ranted and you couldn't hear a word I was saying.
We could hear you pretty good.
Yeah.
But
It just depends. Sometimes people's speaker setups can mess it up. I found that. But yeah, I'm not sure where I'm really going with that. But yeah, that's kind of what got me into art and stuff like that. I studied art and design back in like '93, and that's about it.
cool. What was the first art style that you got into?
Cubism.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how I developed my style was I was super into Cubism, and like one thing you should always try and do when you're developing a style is not just be like, oh, look, here's Cubism. This is what these guys were doing. I'm just going to copy them, because you're not going to get very far. You got to look at what influenced them, right? Because that's what gave them their foundation to find their style. So I was
Right.
super into like Picasso, Matisse, a lot of those like Cuban, Cubist artists. Sorry, and
We got Cuban artists too.
one Cuban. There's maybe like one Cuban Cubist. I don't know. Maybe two. But what they were really influenced was by African Aboriginal masks. Like the original, like like the little dolls, like they almost look like what I would call like netsuke in like Japanese, like the little sculptures.
Mm-hmm.
The eyes. If you look at the eyes on all those sculptures, then look at the eyes that I paint on all my paintings.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's what like Picasso was looking at. And I wanted to be Picasso when I was a kid because I heard he was getting all this sweet poontang. So I was like, I want to be that dude. Right? The guy had like 5 wives, like 25 lovers or something. I'm like, all I got to do
Way.
is take these old masks and do paintings of them and like make them look like they're in squares. You got it. No. So anyway, it developed from that. And then because I was into like the skateboard culture, some of the sort of like cartoony graphics that would come out for the skateboard, stuff like that. I was into comic books. Well, you start mixing all of that together, and that's a pretty good melting point, like to like actually develop your own style. Weirdly, I didn't get it from Adventure Time, which is what everybody asks me. Oh,
I
hey,
read that too.
did you copy your stuff from Adventure Time? I'm like, well, if Adventure Time was out in like 1996, maybe. Some people don't understand that you can literally develop a style in a bubble and it can actually look like something else. Even though I actually really don't think my stuff looks like Adventure Time, I do understand why people sort of draw the similarities. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, it's the biggest thing I get is Adventure Time. Actually, somebody said Rick and Morty the other day as well, which is they're just being sweethearts, right? They're just like,
That's pushing it a little too much.
yeah, they're just like, oh, did you draw for Rick and Morty?
Possibly, but
Yeah,
That's
it's perfect timing to do that.
yeah. I mean, you know what? I've seen half an episode of Adventure Time, so I guess maybe I can't really say, but from what I've seen, I don't think it really looks like it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It also doesn't look like old African sculptures anymore either. So, but it's definitely the eyes, though, right? I was always just really interested in the eyes, like that window to the soul, you know?
If Adventure Time at all, it would be Adventure Time meets like old fairy tale illustrations.
Yeah.
Like when people actually took the time to do it the right way.
I like the classical compositions. I like the classical layouts of like Renaissance art and stuff like that. If you go like 10 posts back, you're gonna find like the stuff that's up in the Chicago show right now. And it's very much yeah, it's if you keep going back further there even, it's very much like Renaissance like inspired, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's just some
And I'm glad that you're putting things on t-shirts because your designs are perfect for t-shirts.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know about all those mushrooms though, man. What's happening there? The kids are into weird things, man, I'm telling you.
Now we know where you got your influence from.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with Picasso. Picasso who? But yeah, I mean, for the if you scroll back it for the paintings though, that's where you're gonna find that. Yeah, now you're getting into it a little bit here. That's a layout for a really big piece. I'm gonna be doing a 3.5 feet by 5 feet piece.
Nice.
So that's the sketch. It's going to be put onto Photoshop, and then I'll project it onto the actual wood panel and just trace it straight on the wood panel because I want it to be kind of symmetrical on both sides, and there's no way I'm trying to like do that all by myself, you know.
Yeah. That's gonna be cool.
Who's that DJ Sean Doe guy? He seemed to like that.
He's a little stalkery. You gotta be careful with
This is a
that
piece
guy.
I did for Tom Segura and Christina Pazitsky. There, it's a little.
Oh, this one.
It's a little X-rated. I don't know. Just take a quick
I
look
was
at
like,
that.
no, it's not that. Yeah, it is. Wow. So did they commission you for this?
No, I went fishing on that one.
Oh,
It was actually I just gave it was a gift because I know that they have received it and that they do like it, which is means a lot. But when I did the art show for the Chicago show, it's pretty much all I was listening to was a lot of podcasts, and there's the most. I really find them quite hilarious.
yeah.
So I just wanted to say thank you in the only way I thought I could. So I did them that paint, and I just sent it to them. I didn't ask them to repost it or anything. In fact, I made a note of being like, you guys don't have to put this up on your website or anything. It's for you guys, you know?
Yeah.
I think you got to do that every now and then, you know?
Yeah.
Just give back a little, you know?
Yeah.
There's a wizard. Look at that wizard there. Those aren't boobs though. Those are teats. It's different. So that's all gouache on Arch's paper stock. For those people out there that listen that know what that is, they're like, yeah.
This is one in the Roto Fuji show, right?
No, that one it was done right after.
Okay.
Yeah, so it has that vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can tell it was done like right after that sort of series, you know.
Sorry, I was writing down some notes. Let's see. What are these sculptures?
That one is from,
I didn't see this. This is amazing.
yeah. So this one's for a guy called Chris Dyer.
Mm-hmm.
He's a psychedelic artist. He seems to be pretty good friends with that Alex Gray guy that does all this crazy like psychedelic paintings.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he did this toy and he just wanted me to paint one up. There's like this whole art show that's going on where a bunch of different people painted them. And because I already make toys, it was like I already have everything to do it, you know.
Awesome.
Yeah. So what you do with that one, actually, it's just painted silver first, completely silver,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the colors on top are actually a clear paint. So the silver kind of comes through, and you get the iridescent look.
Mm-hmm.
Airbrush.
Yeah, airbrush. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. You got to, man. I've tried hand painting toys, dude. It's just like you're gonna be there all day. Well, by that I mean like all week.
Yeah.
One toy, you know. I like the airbrush for sure.
And it comes out smoother.
Yeah, it's got that real pretty look to it. I'm a bit of a magpie, you know. I like those shiny things.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I start making that Gucci money, you know?
There's another
Oh,
wizard.
do not click on the football one. Don't do that.
Oh, that one. Oh.
Yeah.
As he
It's a breadstick. It actually says in small writing next to it that it is a breadstick. It's a disclaimer. I don't know much about football, but I think that's what it looks like, right?
The football looks like a football. Breadstick. You might have to practice your breadsticks.
Hey man, I'm just figuring it out. I'm from Canada. We don't have those yet, you know? I'm from England and Canada. That's like probably like an even cuter combo.
Right. Oh.
There's another wizard. Do a lot of wizards, hey?
Yeah. It was a
I see some painted shoes here.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you paint shoes too?
Yeah, I do shoes as well. Yeah, I like to do the Nikes. Actually, I'm doing some custom right now. I've got some Python leather that I'm painting, and that's going to be on like a bespoke pair. So just like a pair that I built from the ground up, basically, from a guy out of Tasmania.
Yeah.
He's a pretty cool dude. He just did a pair of shoes for like Kevin Hart, so he's really getting his stuff out there.
Just hearing the name Kevin Hart makes me tired. That dude does not sit still.
Seems to have a lot of energy, hey?
Yeah.
The piece in the middle there, the pink dude with the little dog thing with him, that's one of my favorite pieces from the show.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So that's based on a Renaissance portrait. I took the Renaissance portrait and I didn't trace it by any means, but I definitely took the idea of the composition and then just made it my own because I wanted to have this feeling that like in that art show that, I mean, I'm Sean's seen it. I wanted to have this feeling that like these paintings weren't painted by me. They were more like painted, maybe like by a person that had traveled to that dimension and he was like recording what he saw. So all these people were kind of like posing for it, you know what I mean? They're actually like it's all a posed thing. Like, you know, I painted it. I was trying to have this disconnection kind of thing. So it's like I wanted them to feel like kind of regal or like they were a little hoity-toity or whatever, you know? And I put a lot of fashion into it as well. Like going back to that Gucci thing, I'm super into like fashion design. I don't have that like Versace and Gucci money, but I definitely like the idea of those fashion designs, those um, you know, extravagant materials that people use and the price of it and stuff is really like it's kind of inspiring to me, you know, in a weird way. So yeah, that's how you
You
take
guys have to check out his Instagram because as he's untaping this, it sounds so. It sounds like you're having a really good time.
No, because I get a lot of these. I don't know what it's called now. I can't remember, but there's a lot of these people that like just want to see me take tape off of things. So there you go. There's the original composition.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're very similar. And weirdly, that guy kind of looks like me, doesn't he? Look at him. If I go like this, yeah, I don't know.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, it's actually how when I hold pheasants, that's how I hold pheasants. No, but going back to the tape, I get people contact just about the tape because I think they get off on it. Like they're into it. There's this I can't remember
what is that? Not EDMC. That's
something like that though. It's like BDM or something like that.
Yeah, BDM something or other.
Yeah.
Where they talk to you and then they're like tapping on the microphone and stuff.
Oh, it's weird. Like when I pull that tape off, man, like there's meow.
What is it? On Netflix, there's a documentary by I want to say possibly BuzzFeed.
Okay. Is it?
And they do a bunch of different, it's like maybe 5 or 6 episodes, and one of them is that EDMC or whatever the hell it's called. BDM, we'll just call it.
Do any of the listeners know what we're talking about in the live chat there? It's like
do you guys know those creepy folks that want to listen to someone drag their fingers over a soft brush?
Or like they'll hold like a Play-Doh and they'll squeeze it slowly.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the ASMR. Thank you.
There you go. ASMR. That is what it is.
Oh, yeah. Hey, B. Abram.
Old B. Abram knows what it is. You know what I'm saying?
All caps. You make sure that you get it right. ASMR. Damn it.
He's like, get that tape out, boy. Get me a real hitter right now.
Yeah, but on Netflix, there's a series that they did. And I think I think it's BuzzFeed.
I just think of Buzz Lightyear every time you say that.
Yeah, he's into those naughty things too.
Maybe. I like this one as well. The other one that's in the middle. Actually, I kind of like all of them. I did a pretty good job. You know, I'm gonna pat myself on the back.
I know.
Good job.
You should maybe think about picking up this art thing.
Yeah, just start doing this professional. Oh, here's more tape.
That now I'm into this whole
Here you
tape.
go, B. Abram.
Hey, B. Abram, we're not judging. We're just a little jealous.
I'm not judging. Just I'll send you more videos,
I'm the
man.
one that's listening to tape being untaped right now. I win.
I'm glad that you can hear it. I can't hear it.
Yeah, I had my outside speakers playing it, and then I was like, the neighbors are probably going to say something. Neighbors going to be like, "Hey, what channel is that?"
Is that ASMR I hear? It's like the bat signal for them.
Yeah.
Call to arms.
Yeah, that one in the middle with it.
This guy.
Yeah, that guy. When you see him like up close and with the glasses on, like so. What like this was the first time I've ever seen something like that. Like, is that how you do most of your paintings, or was it just
with
for the
3D
show?
glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 3D glasses is it's a cheat.
Mm.
So
Describe what you guys are about to that path you guys are gonna go down, because not a lot of people
Yeah, sure.
are gonna understand what you're talking about.
So when I do an art show, I hand out 3D glasses to look at all the paintings. Now the paintings don't look 3D when you see them just without the glasses on or on Instagram. But at the actual art shows, or if you buy a painting from me, they come with 3D glasses, and the 3D glasses work with the paintings.
Wow.
I also paint them with two hands. Both of those things are true, which is really weird. But anyway, I don't untape with two hands. But but yeah, so the glasses are actually a cheat though. So I'm not sure if you guys have heard of an artist called Skinner. He's a sort of like a heavy metal illustrator guy, quite I'd say quite famous, really. He's like one of those juxtaposed cats, you know. And I bought a print from him, and it came with these glasses. I put the glasses on, and it was 3D, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And then I started looking around the tattoo studio, and I realized that everything you look at is 3D through these glasses. So it's not that I'm like smart and I know how to paint in 3D. It's that I'm dumb and I stole an idea from somebody else and just ordered the glasses. Always be honest, kids.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so the glasses just work with everything, but I give them out with the paintings. Now, if you go to the website,
Let me get this out before I forget.
sure.
I'm waiting for Johnny Depp to star in any one of these movies.
Oh, thank you, man. That's actually a really nice compliment. That actually just you kind of got me there a little bit. That's a really nice compliment.
This is like straight up Johnny Depp stuff.
Cool. Well, next time I'm speaking to Mr. Depp and I'm showing him those tape videos that he likes, I'll make sure he.
Like, hey, Johnny, let's see your cheat.
Yeah, man,
Or
for
teeth.
real. Well, I've had David Arquette, like he's been contacting me recently to do some work.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. He's not quite Johnny Depp, but I'm on the right track.
That's right.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
You got to start with an Arquette.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, from what I understand, the Arquette clan might have a lot more money than Johnny Depp, but I don't think that's true.
Well, I think Johnny's been he's been throwing some heat around with those fists. All right, so you got to be careful out there. You know, you're gonna.
That his wife.
Yeah, you're gonna get. Well, I think they kind of beat each other. I don't know what these people are into these days, man. These kids, you know. I might send those guys some tape. You know.
You need some ASMR.
Yeah, just Jesus.
You got bracelets too, bro.
Yeah.
Is there nothing you don't paint?
Well, those aren't painted. Those are
My nails.
they're production. But no, I am a whore. I will do anything. Actually, I might not do a longboard. If you're a longboard company and you want some cool graphics, I probably wouldn't do that because I've got some morals. But
Nice.
or like maybe like a scooter or something. But if you're a startup tech firm and you've got a few spare $1 million, I'll totally paint all your computers.
Or no, you could do like, what's his name, Bobby Cho.
Right, right.
He painted and he
David
did
Cho.
it
David,
for
yeah,
for
yeah.
stock.
Facebook, yeah, David.
David, yeah.
Yeah, he was the highest paid living artist the day that went public. That the stocks went public.
You hear that story, Sean? Your
No.
eyebrows raised.
Yeah,
Yeah. So basically, David Cho, right?
that's correct.
David Cho was Facebook before they went public. Asked him to come in and paint a wall. And they're like, we're a startup. We can give you money or we can give you some stock. And he's like, nah, I'll have the stock, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they went public. You
He-
want to talk about someone just walk around with F you money?
yeah, he doesn't work now, I don't think. He hangs out with like Asa Akira, who's a porn star, and I think
And
they
he
just make,
paints.
yeah, and he just paints and they make funny videos together. I don't think he does like porn stuff. He just like hangs out with like weird celebrity types, you know.
Yeah.
Seems like a cool cat. I was never like super into his paintings or anything. Like, I mean, he's good, like whatever. It's like I don't think he's bad at what he does.
Yeah.
He was in the right place at the right time, man.
Exactly.
I think that guy might have that DeLorean. You know what I'm saying? I think he went back.
Yeah.
He got that flux capacitor, and he's like, I'm going back to that Facebook office right now, and I'm taking those stocks.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you imagine that pitch? Yeah, we're Facebook. Yeah, what do you do? It's kind of like MySpace,
Yeah,
but we're not in rap songs yet, right, Sean?
like, after black guy or something? Like, what is that?
Live that down, am I?
Oh, you were talking about that in some videos.
So I have I did a song with a friend of mine, and I gave in the rap, and this is like I don't rap, but I did rap on this song, and
It's always good.
at the end of that song, I give my MySpace page. So right now, if you hear the rap, you'll hear me recite my MySpace page, and all my friends get on me about it at all times. They're like,
That's a beautiful thing.
I
MySpace page, son.
I will say there was one day I was hella bored, and so I went. And Sketch Zone officially has a MySpace page, just in case there's a turn.
Dude, I think I've got I think there's a LURK one. I have a blog spot as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, remember Blogspot? I have one of those.
Yeah.
Did a lot of blogging, I guess. I don't know.
I still use my Hotmail.
Oh yeah.
I got a Hotmail too.
Oh, damn.
I used it for my Xbox.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've met a few Hotmails.
I met a few hot messes.
RKS might be one of them. Just kidding, Big Dave. If you're listening out there. That's a fabric pattern for underwear.
Wow.
I've been working with an underwear company now for about 5 or 6 years.
Can you say?
Yeah. Well, they were called My Package, and they changed their name to Beneath, which I actually prefer. It's Beneath with My Package technology. Basically, they were like one of those first companies that came out where you could put all the things you needed to put into something. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a little sack in there, so it keeps everything where it needs to be. Maybe not for Sean, my co-host, but yeah.
Yeah, the hog huggers.
Yeah, he needs my hogs. beneath the fiery lake, I think. I think we had a picture of him as a wizard back there, actually.
Yeah.
Like that could be Sean there.
Let me guess. He has a breadstick.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. I thought it was like a interdimensional traveling wormhole. I just stayed away from the thing. Yeah, that's right. You got it.
Yeah.
If you keep scrolling down, you'll probably actually find some of the underwear in production. There you go.
Right there.
Yeah. Boom. So those are pairs that are out right now. They probably would have sold out by now, I guess, because it's a few months back. But yeah,
How did that come about?
I asked them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that simple.
my mom taught me you don't get anywhere in life unless you ask, and you be polite and you ask and you accept rejection properly.
Yeah,
Boom. That's the key right there. You just keep asking. You fish, man.
yeah.
How do you expect to eat those nice salmons if you're not throwing that line out?
That's very true.
And so the one next to the boxer shorts is actually a new design that's coming out as well for this same company. And that's all little mushrooms.
That's so cool.
It's amazing what you can
I
see.
would wear holes in these underwear, boy.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get you hooked up with some, man. Like those guys, like they hook me up so that they can promote them. But they're available worldwide now, which is great because I got grandfathered in on their old pay scheme. So out of all the companies that pay me, these guys, hands down, pay me the best.
Nice.
Yeah, they're really good. They treat me well. They're just really good people.
What's funny is someone said wrapping paper. Like, nah.
Yeah. Well, wrapping paper would be cool. See, the thing is, people just give me all these suggestions all the time to make stuff like, hey, you should make a coloring book. You should make like wrapping paper. You should make this. And it's just like, they love to give you the suggestions, but they don't understand that it's just like, yeah, do you realize that that's not ordering one thing for you to buy? That's ordering 1,000 units at $10 a
Right.
unit. And I don't have that spare money to do all these projects. Now, if a company comes up to me and wants to work with me, that's a whole different ballgame. I actually don't know what that image is for, and it's killing me because I think I can use it for a t-shirt design, but I'm not sure if I already sold it to somebody.
Oh no.
I can't remember, and I've got no recollection. Like, I'm getting a little old, so I forget some things sometimes. Like, I'm still wiping good. That's all good. I'm not forgetting that. But like,
I don't. Your brain is still good.
I'm still a basic animal. But the thing is, I can't remember what that design was for. I think I don't know. Because it's a good one. That would be a good t-shirt design.
Yeah, I agree.
He's got his medallion there. Damn, man. Searching for the
You got the wizard up there. Yeah,
You're the wizard, honey.
I like it.
There's the
You got some toys up here too.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
you're a beast.
Yeah, I don't know how to stop. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a workaholic, 100% workaholic. So is my wife, so it kind of works out pretty good. Like,
Oh, that, yeah.
yeah, she's a workaholic.
That's important.
She keeps wanting to get a second job. I'm like, girl, you calm down, man. I hardly see
You better hit her with the mace. Get in there.
Is that the metal spiked thing from back in? Because if you hit somebody with one of those, that's I think.
No, I was talking pepper spray, but
right, okay, yeah, you don't.
You escalated. Wow,
you don't mean
that escalated quickly.
Like, ball on a chain kind of thing. I mean, that'll sure teach her a lesson, I guess.
She's like, all right, I'm gonna go to the grocery store. You better put on that chastity belt.
That was the thing too. So because I grew up in England, I've been to museums that have all that sort of stuff in them. You can like touch one. You can touch one that was used.
I'm good.
Up.
I'm good.
Yeah, so there's a lot. That's a freeze frame from some animation I did.
Where's that? This one?
A rabbit. Yeah, that was for a guy out of he's out of Vancouver, BC, and his name is Easy Mac, and he's a one of those sort of, how do I say this diplomatically, new style rappers. One of those guys. A lot of talking of Xanax and stuff like that. I don't know. Interesting. But
is that still considered trap?
I don't know.
What, the new style of rap?
Yeah, them. Well, not necessarily. Well, I guess mumble rap.
Yeah.
Mumble rappers are the ones that are always talking about like taking Xanax and stealing their parents' prescriptions, right?
I don't know. It's really hard to understand because they're mumbling.
Oh yeah, good point.
and there's no real rhyme scheme.
I'm gonna start a new. I'm gonna start a new genre of rap. I'm gonna say it's gonna be called pronounce.
Yeah, dude.
Pronounce your words.
Dude, I'll do it. Dude, I'm your first person on. Boom.
It's called Clear English.
Yeah.
The one off to the left at the top right now.
This one?
The guy that's right, yeah. That
Yeah.
I that was the one that I was drawn to. I was drawn to that one at the
That's
show.
a badass sticker.
Yeah, I guess I could have made that into a sticker.
Huh.
Where are you when I need you?
Now that we know each other, it took Sean forever to get us hooked up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I need like peers that I can run things by sometimes. You know what I mean?
ah,
I'm so, like I said, I do so much stuff that I sometimes miss things. I even forget what I've done drawings for, man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just go.
that's amazing.
Yeah. So I really want to. I should just do it. Whatever. What are they going to sue me?
Yeah, you can. What is it? Stickermule.com.
Yeah.
They have
I got
good
a guy.
prices and.
I got a homie in the States that does some good sticker work for me.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. What I need somebody in the video game industry that wants to turn all of this stuff into video games.
That
That's
would
what I
be
need.
sick.
You know that, man.
That's my ultimate goal. Once that happens, feet are up, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm done.
You know who would be? Not that I know anyone there, but there's a game called Cuphead. Have you ever heard of them?
Yeah, I'm actually playing that right now. It's so good.
Yeah.
So what are you planning?
That's-
What are you planning on?
The Switch.
So why is that game so hard?
Okay, so I found it. I have it on the Xbox as well. I bought an Xbox just for that game because I'm a PlayStation guy. But I got an Xbox from a client that I swapped the tattoo for an Xbox that he wasn't using.
Sure.
Just for that was for Homeboy Sandman on Stone's Throw. That's
Nice.
Homeboy. So yeah, I got it and I couldn't play it on the Xbox. I have a hard time with the Xbox controller as it is. I'm so used to the PlayStation one, but it works really well on the Switch. I'm actually getting through the game way quicker on the Switch.
Really?
It just seems to work better for me on the Switch. Like just having it right there. I don't know. There's something about it. I really like the Switch actually. I was really resilient to it at first. I've been playing. I think I played my first video game when I was like 79 or 80. So I'm not like a hardcore gamer. I wouldn't say I'm great at games, but I've always had a system, if not a couple, in my house growing up, all through my teenage years into my 20s, like always, right? Some system. Fortunately, now that I like make my own money, I can like have a few systems. You know what I mean? I can enjoy like different things from different like systems. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my ultimate goal though, yeah, let's turn all. I don't want to do a car. Oh, do you want to do a cartoon? Do you want? No, I've done animation. No way I'm ever getting involved in animation like that unless I'm like maybe a music video. I don't want to do a 10 season like episode. You know, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be involved in that. I want to do a video game. I want it to be like top scrolling where you walk around a big map and you bump into different encounters with different things and like maybe your character gets like an extra boob as a level up kind of thing, like just weird stuff like that. You know, like I want to make it weird and fun and like just so strange that people can't put it down. And
Yeah.
it's kind of like Final Fantasy, like, you know, you like that old school Final Fantasy where it's like top scroll and you walk around, but when you encounter a person you've got to fight, it goes to the side view. So you get like a bigger view of the actual thing you've got to fight, and it's weird, and it's like spitting all sorts of like mushrooms and vegetables at you and stuff. And like, you know what I mean? I got the vision. I just live on Vancouver Island, so I don't know anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the lady at the grocery store knows how to do it. I might
Yeah.
ask her again. She just keeps giving me this blank look, you know?
I'm gonna talk to some friends of mine. See
Well,
what
man, I would love that. I would love that for sure. I mean, that's like when anybody ever asks me like goals, that's the one. That is the one. Because I can do all the other stuff myself. You know what I mean? I can
Right.
make the paintings, I can make the pins, I can make the t-shirts, the hats, jackets. I've got access to all that stuff. But that video game thing, that's a different level. You can't like just I mean like some people do. They start just making one, right? They figure out how to do like basic coding. They figure out how to do the animation to make it work. But like I don't have the time for that. and B, I just don't think I'm set up for that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? But I can give a person the sketches, I can give a person the images, I can give the person the ideas that I want to work with and go for. And that's the thing, man. Like I said, when we were talking earlier, how did you first get into art? Oh, I used to make card-based board games. Well, there's a logical progression here.
Mhm.
It's almost like a shame that I haven't even hit that yet. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
What was it that you wanted to be when you grew up, when you were a kid? Oh, hey, Charlie's here.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Yay. Hi, Charlie.
What's up, nation? Sorry I'm late.
Charlie bit me.
I am here. I've made it back from the Windy City.
So,
Yeah.
Charlie, you've met Rasan before. You've met Sean before.
I don't know if
Yes.
Yeah.
No, who's in my
On
house?
the-
Who's this? Who's these people? Let's get it.
He was
Oh,
he was
yeah.
on the Midway when we had the
Yeah,
Midway.
I
documentary
remember.
thing.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's
Betty.
Russ.
What's up, man?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, Russ. What's up, Lurk?
Lurk. Yeah, you got it.
What's up, man?
Oh,
Thanks for coming on, guys. Thanks.
Oh yeah, I'm having a great time. I've been talking about all sorts of weird stuff.
Thought I'd come in and I've been listening to you on the train on the way back in.
Told you.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean you told you?
I go, I need to, at the beginning of the show, I go, I need to be careful what I say because chances are at least Charlie's watching.
Yeah. I missed that part, but yes, I was watching. I have been watching
More
since I
the
got
merrier,
here.
that's for sure, man.
Yeah, crazy
Yeah.
weather. I was like riding home on the skateboard in these streets, and then nice ride in the city.
We talked about skateboarding.
I like riding at night on that thing. It's like the air's cooler, so everything works really good. So the engine goes faster on that thing. Oh, it's great. Then I'm on the train, not paying attention to the windows, and I'm listening to the show, and I'm just in it, and then I almost missed my stop. So I was listening. So then I jump off. I get out the train. It's like raining. I'm like, why is it raining? Like, at no point was it raining or a lick of cloudy. At no time. It was like 70-something degrees today. Like, why are you raining? It happened so. It's like I leave and go to a different state when I come home. I'm like, why are you guys raining out here? Like it's a bunch of people. why are you raining? I was so upset. Standing under the awning, like waiting for the Uber because I can't ride this thing in the rain. I'm like so upset waiting. Like this just messed my whole schedule, my whole time frame up. Gotta wait for this Uber. It's supposed to take 7 minutes to get home. I got everything down to an art form on that board. It takes 7 minutes after I get off the train to get home. 6 maybe at night because there's no one there. I'm in the middle of the street like a madman. It's raining. So
whereabouts are you located, man?
So I'm out by O'Hare in Des Plaines, right outside of Chicago, about 20-30 minutes, give or take. Right now, at this time of night, it'd take me like 20 minutes to get into the city.
Yeah.
During the day, it's like an hour with traffic. But in the morning, I'm on the train, so it's like 40 minutes. It's about 45, 50 minutes on the blue line if I take the blue line. Both for like 5 to 10 minutes from my house. So Des Plaines is like the best of both worlds because literally I'm 5 minutes from O'Hare. Like it's literally out by the airport. So I'm not way in the suburbs. I'm the closest I can get before my wife trips and says we're in the city. We don't want to be in the city. and then the prices go up for those houses to like $900,000 or something like that for a house.
Yeah.
And I live in the 5th most expensive place in Canada right now. We just managed to buy a house, but
nice.
But Vancouver, I'm on Vancouver Island. But
okay.
But Vancouver, the actual city, I think it's like the 1st most expensive place in Canada right now. They have houses that they tear down for $2 million. Crazy.
So that's crazy. So I use this app called Marco Polo, and it's kind of like Snapchat, but you can save the videos.
Yeah.
And the videos just get saved to their online cloud that they made a deal with Google or something like that. I don't know what they did. I don't know where they're saving all these videos to, but it's amazing. You can make a video as long as you want. So it's basically a video recorder, and you kind of do a 2-way walkie-talkie. So if I start recording, I can go live, and then people can watch me. It's on my friends list or whatever, or we can do like a group chat with all of us, just us. Yeah. So my buddies in the morning are always sending morning commutes, even if they're in the car, they're walking. My other buddy lives in the city, still trying to live the dream, even though he has a kid. And he's he's in a nice area. Look like he's walking by a bunch of houses. He's like, look, there's a house for sale. He's like, I think I could probably afford it. This is a good looking house. house was like $900,000. It was
Uh,
ridiculous, and it was like a normal size house, like my house, well, a little bit bigger. So think of Oak Park, Carlos, like those
Yeah.
type of houses. He looked like he was in a really nice neighborhood. I forget where he's at. I forget where he's at. I have to ask him. But I want to think of like, I want to say Wilmette, but I don't think he's in Wilmette because he's not walking.
who? Which friend?
My buddy Cody,
Oh.
creative director over at Leviathan. He's friends through Patrick, but like I've known him for a couple of years. Yeah, he's just walking, and it's just like a crazy house that he walked by. And I thought, oh my gosh, it didn't look that bad, but you know, front porch, and all the good stuff. But like, yeah, unattainable.
Yeah, it's getting like that for everybody, man. Unless you got that real good job, or you're getting that old money from the parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard, man. Even like to get the down payment from. I own a house. I bought a house last year here, and to get that down payment, we had to we were gifted some money. We were saving up, and we were getting there.
Yeah.
We were fortunate, man. We had somebody gift us some money, so we were just like, cool. That helps us out because if we didn't get in now, we're not getting in.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Hey, yeah,
nice,
buddy.
nice.
It's not beautiful.
Oh,
I don't know who that dude is with her, but he seems all right.
seems lucky. A lucky man right there.
And he's got that Shrek belly going on. And
Yeah.
remember when that used to be a 6-pack, bro? Jesus, it's a 1-pack now.
It's a cake.
What was it? What was it that took you to Vancouver Island?
Well, I met a girl in England, and she was Canadian. We got married when I was like 23. I was young, man. And she wanted to come back to Canada, so we came back there, and it didn't work out. But we had a kiddo together. So I actually have a daughter. She turns 15 pretty soon.
Oh,
And,
cool.
Yeah, so I just take because my kiddo was here because like my dad was a deadbeat, and I didn't want to be a deadbeat.
Right.
You know, I could have pieced back to Europe kind of thing and just
Yeah.
being selfish, but no way, man. And then I met my new wife, 5-6 years ago.
Awesome. That's
I
awesome.
mean, she just, she was just flirting with me. She couldn't help herself.
Nice.
I mean,
That's how it happens. You know?
Like honestly, if you see her though, you'd be like, "How is this dude still pulling this off, man?" It's like people talking about microdosing mushrooms. They're not even talking about microdosing roofies, dude.
So you Cosby'd your wife. Okay, I see.
She's sleeping right now.
Good God. Microdosing. Yeah.
I feel pretty. I feel pretty honored that woman even wants to spend a day with me. Never mind the rest of my life, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I hear you.
I ain't getting any prettier. I know that.
I mean, I don't. It would be unfair if you did.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I'm pretty amazing looking, so
Oh damn, you got that confidence. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Don't worry about Charlie. He's a little. He's a little laid back.
Rasan knows black don't crack. We're good. I'm gonna look this way forever.
Hey, no joke. Charlie got married in Mexico a few years ago, and I went down there, and I had moved to California, so I hadn't seen Charlie
a few years ago.
Yeah, I don't just
no.
You're not keeping tabs.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not all up in your business.
I'm
sorry if I give you space to be Charlie.
Listen, I got a 6 and 2-year-old. That's how about like 10 years?
So 10 years. Oh, holy cow!
Right? It's scary when you say it, right?
Yeah.
I just wanted you to say it, and then it hits you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
Ava 6.
Because in my head, we were in Mexico like maybe 3 years ago.
I know. I feel the same way. But when I look at those two kids and realize,
shout out to Monica for putting up with Charlie and
realize that's 8 years,
that.
and then we waited like 2 years before we had Ava.
Yeah. But anyway, I had moved to LA and I hadn't seen Charlie in just a little bit. It wasn't even that long, right?
That's true. Yeah, true. It wasn't that long.
And then I walked into the hotel where everyone was checking in, and I see Charlie, and I was like, God, Chicago is wearing Charlie down.
That's not even funny.
And then Charlie came from the back of me. He's like, "Hey, Carlos, come here. Let me introduce you to my dad."
And Carlos gave a look like, "What?" What?
I was like, whoo, I thought
I was
you were
like-
dying.
I was like, are you okay? I think I said, are you okay? Why are you looking so weird? We got little drinks over here for everybody who come in. We were like welcoming the wedding party. So I'm like coming around. I've been there already like 2 days. I'm like, we got these really cool, like tasty drinks.
Yeah.
Have one. You seem flushed.
Hey, pro tip, if you go to Cabo St. Lucas and they have those hotel rooms with all you can drink booze in the room, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
The rum tastes like tequila, the tequila tastes like toilet water. It's all nasty. It was all nasty.
Yeah, man.
And then
They made it for us, the bar. The bar was good.
Yeah, well, that too.
Those fruity drinks you had to take.
You get those fruity drinks. You're gonna catch diabetes before you catch a buzz.
It was working for some people.
Not me. I was like, man, my teeth hurt. I'll have a Bud Light.
But you're like, give me another one of them weird lemonades you just gave. Weird, supposedly vodka lemonades.
I was like, no.
Or the ones, or the drinks where like the he kept pouring them out and they changed colors and stuff.
Oh
like,
yeah,
while they're pouring, like
that was
some David Blaine type
that was
stuff.
pretty
like,
crazy.
I was like, yo, just let me come behind the counter and just show me how to make this drink. He's like, no. I was like, no, you just got to show me. I'm creative. I can figure it out. Just let me. Like, I really wanted to learn how to make it. I didn't care about anything else.
You, but I'd have to kill you.
He's probably got.
I would ask everyone something. No, it was like legit, like some weird science stuff. Like I'm sure it was like you shake it up or whatever. You pour this out.
I have a video of it somewhere.
Like
you have it on? Yeah, you have it on Facebook.
No, I haven't. Like, I have all those videos. Like we're talking about Charlie's wedding. We're here to talk about Russ, man.
That wedding was like that wedding caused other people to have.
Dude, I was
there destination weddings. It was like that type.
I was there doing some artwork that day.
Yeah. Oh, you should have seen. Yeah, the waves. You would have loved it. You would have been inspired.
Yeah, man. Well,
yeah, no, that was
it's pretty inspirational where I live, man. It's beautiful.
I bet it's pretty, man. You live on an island. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's good things and bad things about living on an island. It cost me $150 to get off the island with a car.
Boom.
Yeah, not good. So there's things like that. Like there's like things that just cost a little bit more because they've got to get to the island. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you have to worry about bad weather? Like, is it like inland? Are you surrounded by land, or how's that work? What are you?
How nervous are you about global warming?
Will you have a house?
Well, actually, Canada's heating up twice as fast as anywhere else on the planet right now. So I'm stoked, man. I just planted some vegetables.
I
want to get an avocado tree going. I mean, if I've got 15 years left, I want to eat out of my garden. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, did you watch that Little Dicky video too?
But
I was like, he said at the end 15 years. I was like, wait, what? Let me go look this up.
Yeah, no.
I'm just going 15 because some people say 12, some people say 20. I don't know. I'm split. I'm lame.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's beautiful here though. Yeah, it's awesome. It's just like it kind of sucks if you're an artist here, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like being in Chicago would definitely be better for me. I'm assuming, or like I mean, I've done stuff in LA before. I
feel like you'd be doing a lot of murals here. Just stuff all over the place.
Not really happening in old Vancouver Island. There's not much to paint murals on except for trees. But you know, it's worth it, man. It's amazing here. Like it is beautiful. If you guys ever want to come visit, just let me know.
Oh, I'm in. We can talk about stickers. We can talk about toys.
Steve was like, I'm in. Let's go talk about stickers.
Same thing we're talking about on the podcast.
Extended podcast
at your house.
52 hours.
Totally.
Sticker wedge.
Speaking of Chicago, how did the whole Roto Fuji thing work out? I asked.
Wait. Did you do a show there?
Yeah. You want me to be like honest?
Oh yeah, we do.
How
ask that question?
Sean, are you ready for this answer?
Oh yeah, go ahead. You want to be truthful in your life.
Sean did an absolutely amazing job, and actually, me and Sean are working together now on another art show where he's doing some playlists for me, which are just like I listened to the first one day. It was dope.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, you got that. You got that vibe. He knows what I like. But the show,
Madonna
as,
and
like as far as the turnout, is probably the worst turnout I've had in 15 years.
really,
Really?
But I did sell some stuff, but it was
Was it?
pretty much all online sales. And I don't think it's anything to do with the gallery. I
Was
certainly
it marketing for the show?
no, I don't
Weird.
think it's anything to do with me or the gallery, man. I honestly think it's a lot to do with the fact that kids just look at my artwork on Instagram. Why would they need to leave the house?
yeah, that's
I
true
think we're
too.
killing ourselves sometimes with this whole social media. We're not given a reason for people to come out anymore because and I'm the worst at it, man. Like I post everything I do.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I think it's just we've oversaturated the market to the point where it's cheapened it so much that I think it's going to be harder. And going into the future, I think it's going to be harder and harder and harder to get people out to art shows. There's definitely going to be some people that are hitters, right? That are always going to get people out. And
right.
I'm not that guy. I'm not from Chicago. I've only ever been once at this point. You know, I don't really know anybody there. Like the one dude I did know there didn't make it. So
Yo,
it's like,
yo, that's
sweet.
tough.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's a tough city.
it's, and the craziest thing is, it's literally the best work I've done to date.
Yeah,
It's my best art, like my best paintings I've ever done.
It's an awesome show.
I put the most
Really?
work into it. I really hustled on that show, and it just wasn't a great turnout. But like the sales were good. You know what I mean? Like the sales
Yeah.
were fine. That's what
Maybe you gotta
you were talking earlier about. I'd rather meet people and talk to people over money.
Yeah.
right.
I already make money. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I'm chill. Like it's all good.
Maybe you do the exclusive thing. Maybe you like just say there's a bunch of covered up artwork only shown at the show.
Yeah.
Start being like, prints only gonna be at this show,
Yeah.
and I'll open them again this time next year online. It's something crazy like crazy concept-y. Because since you show everything and like a bunch of your posts on Instagram would be you on the other side of the canvas painting. just to make people like really, really, and you or you show off like a section of it. You have it cropped in a way where you're showing off one face or one really, really interesting part. I don't know. I think young people nowadays like that kind of stuff too. They're all about the exclusive thing. About the thing like that and kind of be wild. So then you have unveilings at the show. I don't know. That's interesting. You didn't have that big of a turnout. Rotofugi.
So here's the thing about Rotofugi. Rotofugi, I've worked there for about 13 years.
Yeah.
And I've watched the shows go from, like every month we have shows that we can't fit people in. This is when we were in Chicago and Division.
Mm-hmm.
And the art gallery was way smaller. But we would, sometimes we would have people pouring out into the streets. You know what I mean? So it was really a good time, like in 2007, 2000.
Oh yeah.
But for some reason, it's just trying to get the hype around the shows again. We have a show every month without fail. They're always awesome shows. Kirby and Whitney did an awesome job with Rotofugi. So Rotofugi is an amazing Rotofugi is an amazing place every time you go. Shout out to Kirby and rest in peace Whitney, my a really good friend. It's just getting people to come back. Yeah. Like we've had local the local shows are doing a lot better now just because it's people at home.
Yeah.
But you should if before it would just be like, okay, cool, there's a show at Rotofugi, we'll be there. We don't even care
what it is
or not, because we know it's gonna be, an amazing show. And this show is amazing. It's amazing. When I went, so I didn't know what I was getting into when I walked in. I had talked to Russ, a couple times over the internet, and I'm like, okay, cool. He's a cool guy. when I walked in, I was like, holy shit. I was like, this is amazing. And normally I try to do a run through before I go to the turntables. And I couldn't because I knew if I stopped and looked, that I would not be spinning on time for this man's show. So, I think I put on a long Fela song and then I walked around. You know, Fela 7-8 minutes. So I walked around. Then I found myself going to the glasses. So I put the glasses on and I'm like, shit, I'm gonna get stuck. I need to run back in. But yeah, if you get a chance, please go see the show. The show will be up for a couple days. So
thank you so much.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure I heard you in the background say at one point, a white guy did this. I
did say that.
That seemed a little rude to me, but I was like, okay.
Yeah. We don't let Sean out much. He don't know how to act all the time.
Speaking his heart at that point. He was wow. He was like, I am thoroughly impressed. That's how you got to take that one, Russ. He's like, I am thoroughly impressed. And a Caucasian man bled his soul onto this canvas.
Yeah, it spoke to me in 3D.
He spoke to me in 3D. He touched me in a place that I don't even know if I wanted to be touched.
Exactly.
No wonder Fela was playing.
That's right.
I need to go back and spin. This is ridiculous. This is the inner monologue that I had. Like, I can't believe this guy. I like this guy a lot.
No, I appreciate that, man, and it's definitely it's no slight on Kirby, or like Whitney's legacy, and it's no like slight on the gallery whatsoever. Like they can't control that. They can't control who comes out and doesn't come out.
I just blame the millennials. Dude,
I think it's just a lot to do with it's just hard to get people to do shit.
Yeah.
I'm the worst of it, man. I've got a friend who's got a comedy show, and 2 nights from now, he's been trying to get me to come to his comedy shows now for nearly a year, and I don't want to go to him just in case A, he sucks, and B, he sucks. I don't want to go.
If he sucks, I gotta sit through a sucky set.
And he's gonna be looking for you.
Oh,
he's a crowd.
He's gonna be looking at you for confidence and reassurance, and you're gonna be like, man, you suck.
I'm gonna do a printout of my face, full size of my face, laughing, and just hold it in front of myself the whole time, then fall asleep.
Every time he looks at you, I got one.
He's gonna tap on some guy that's kind of built next to him. How you look about my size? Here, put this on for me real quick, player. Thanks.
That's the thing, what I'm saying is like one of the reasons I haven't gone out is because when I get home, sometimes I just don't want to go out. I think we're I don't know what it's like. Maybe it's like where you guys live, like there's more stuff to do in like the bigger cities and stuff like that. But sometimes I get stuck in the house. I get stuck looking at my stupid
Even still, you know how comfortable my house is? You know how hard it is for me to leave my house?
You made it comfortable, man.
Dude, I don't fight it.
You know what you guys sound like?
I like to chill.
A bunch of old guys.
Exactly.
That ain't even old man though. But that's not even an old man thing now.
I am.
That's a creative thing. Like people, I'd rather be chilling at home, but I have to go out.
Let me show you how comfortable I am. I have a desk that when I get tired of sitting in my chair, I push the button and it stands up. And sometimes I bring this desk all the way down and I sit in my beanbag chair.
Lazy.
Wow.
Yo, it go that low to the ground?
It goes low enough. And I got this little lap desk that I put my keyboard and my mouse on.
You were lazy.
Clickety clack, clickety clack.
You're single, right?
No, he's not. People coming in looking at him in disgust.
Yeah.
Straight. If you don't get up so we can
do you want to go?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You don't want to go anywhere right now.
Nope. I'm good.
This guy is not going to the Lurk art show tonight. That's what's.
But that's just it. Like in Chicago, it was different.
Yeah.
Because like in California, well, I live in Sonoma now, and it's pretty small. It takes me like 10-15 minutes to get anywhere in town. But like in LA, boy, If you had to go somewhere for a show or anything like that, you're going to be in the car for a long time.
Yeah,
Oh no.
And if you have to catch the 405, you might as well just
forget about it.
you might as well just
Oh, I know that firsthand. I'm at a conference, and Carl's like, "Yo, I'm gonna be there around. I'm gonna drive down. I'm gonna be there around 8:00.
Oh yeah.
It'd be good. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go do my thing during the day. This is around 2:00. He told me this. I'm like, cool. I'll wait for you. We'll get dinner or whatever. I'm losing myself in the conference. It's nice. I make it back to my Airbnb. I'm like, yo, it's 6:30. It's 7:30. Yo, it's 8:30. It's 9:30.
Yeah.
It's 10:30.
Wow.
It's 11 o'clock. It's
Yeah.
11:30. 11:45. Hey, yo, so I think I'm pulling up on your street. I'm like, yo, where you been? Dude, you don't even want to know what happened to me today.
Yeah.
I've been in the car
But
this whole time.
That was when I lived up here and I was driving down for the weekend for that conference.
Yeah.
They're doing construction on I-5 that connects San Francisco to LA. And then some dude decided to rear end me. We were going all of like 5, and he decided to go 25 into my back end, and then there you go.
It took
Anyway.
him. It took him. He was in the car for
Forever.
10
It
hours.
It took me forever.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah. I was like, this better be a damn good conference.
Yeah. It was fun. And then he didn't miss a beat. He said, "All right, you ready to go?" I'm like, "It's 12 o'clock, guys."
I'm like,
I don't know the conference. Oh, okay, we can go to
I've been in the car for 10 hours. Last thing I want to do is be inside somewhere.
Yeah, I was like, okay, there's an after party. Let's go. Cool.
We did that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The next day was cool. Then we met all the people.
Yeah, for me, like getting anywhere in
great.
the city is about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We have about 90,000, 95,000 people.
Oh.
City. So
Nice.
there is no traffic jams. There's no like if you need to get somewhere, you might be literally 5 minutes late. Pretty lucky that way. You know what
That's
I mean?
a good life.
But that's
cool.
another problem though, right? There's nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Not as many opportunities, right? So there's always trade-offs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can have this perfect thing where there's only 50,000 people in your city, but there's a million things to do every night that you'd be into. Don't get me wrong, there's things to do here, but I'm not into all the things that there are to do. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Right.
It's like, there's always trade-offs, man. Like we want to easier living, right? We don't have to worry about crime so much. We don't have to worry about anything like that. We've got beautiful like trees everywhere and lakes and ocean, but yeah, it's a bit boring sometimes, you know.
No, I see. I hear you.
Isn't Canada like super supportive of the arts though?
Certain arts, yeah. I mean, they are but like for what I do, that sort of like illustration, lowbrow sort of style. Is lowbrow, but I guess it would be considered. I think it would be kind of harder for me to get money.
They're like, is that a breadstick?
You're like, is that a breadstick paint? Why do you put so many boobs and everything? I'd be like, have you not seen boobs? They're awesome.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, like there is definitely support for the arts here. There's definitely a lot of support for video arts here. So like, I got a friend that actually does the production on my podcast, and I was telling you about him earlier. He can definitely tap into a lot of Canadian grants for stuff like doing documentaries and stuff like that. And there was like Trailer Park Boys. I don't know. They probably put some money into that, I guess.
Nice.
Look, we lost him. Look, he's reading. We lost him.
No, I was checking in on the chat room, and Elizabeth had she said, I feel like you might be able to tell a little if he's funny by personality. Like he's a funny guy. Sometimes you can tell when they're not.
I think she means my friend that's doing the stand-up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I forgot that was on there.
He's actually he's really funny. He's really a abrasive comedian. He's got that sort of like Joey Diaz sort of like really
okay.
abrasive. Doesn't really worry about too much about what he's saying, but has a heart of gold at the same time. You know.
Sure.
But it's not that. I mean, like the dude's funny, but I mean, I'm not sure if you've ever heard any interviews of comedians, but even some of your favorite comedians in the world will tell you, like, sometimes they sucked for like 10 years
Yeah.
while they
Yeah.
tried. You know,
You're just hoping he's not. He's just. You don't want to see if he's in a sucky period.
well, he's like 2 years in.
He's still trying to get his bit down. Like,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Totally. But I don't know. You got to go and support your friends, though. And I guess that the whole point of that conversation was like, even though I should support my friends, it's still hard to come out. So why would I expect anybody to show up at my art show? The thing that sucks about an art show in a different country is it costs me a few $1,000s to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to pay a lawyer to get across the border. I got to get my flights, my hotel. I got to do all the artwork. Like, you know what I mean? There's why not? So here's the thing to put it into perspective. And again, this is not to make anybody with Rotofugi feel bad. This is just talking about the artwork in general. To do that show, 24 paintings in 3 months, I wasn't doing one single commission. So if I didn't own the tattoo studio where I'm making this passive income, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I wouldn't have been able to like tell my wife that I'm just going to sit and paint for 3 months.
Yeah.
Right.
We got a mortgage to pay. So the good thing is now, like, you know, I didn't sell all the paintings. I can ship the paintings over to like maybe a spot in LA or somewhere else and just do another show somewhere else, and that's fine. You just keep it moving, right?
Right.
But like it's a bit of a bummer sometimes when you go somewhere and you fall flat on your face. Like I've had art shows where, like, you know, I did an art show in Montreal, which was the opposite. It was maybe it's more like what you guys were talking about with Rotofugi when it first started, where like it was almost more annoying because you couldn't even move through your own art show. So many people that they're not even really looking at the art anymore.
They're just talking.
Everybody's there to get laid and get drunk. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what's up, you know? So I've had shows like that. I've had a show where I sold every single piece in 20 minutes before. Every single piece.
Whoa.
That
Crazy.
the craziest phenomenon.
That's a crazy show.
I'll probably never experience it again. It was at a time when my artwork was okay. I mean, I think people would have enjoyed it even now, but it's not what I would have been proud of at this point. But it was a feeding frenzy. And what happened was a guy came in who was a collector. He bought 3 pieces and then boom.
Wow.
Somebody saw that guy pick up 3 pieces. Then somebody else was like, oh, wait a second. And then they bought 2 pieces and there was 20 pieces.
Gosh.
And it's just like,
Dang.
I was just like getting people coming to watch me. I want this one. I want this one. I want this one. I was like, whoa. And I was like so overwhelmed. And I was like, I walked out there and I paid off a student loan, man. Done.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
We gotta wrap this up. I gotta go paint.
Yeah. Our things do all right.
Make sure you get some 3D glasses too, Carlos.
Right.
I'll get you that hookup for those glasses.
You blow people's minds. Like this, Carlos did this. This is
Yeah,
the
man.
Yeah.
No,
Finally, all your art is making sense.
I think art shows in general are always going to be a crapshoot. Like I said, I think you're going to get those bigger names that are always going to be packed, right?
Right.
Like I'm sure in the last 10 years, Banksy hasn't been like, oh damn, nobody showed up to my art show.
Right.
Right.
Like there's some people that are just going to get people out, and I'm just not that guy yet, you know? But
What was your first art show?
Ex-girlfriend, Dad's Cafe, and it looked like all the paintings looked like I was really trying hard to be an artist. I mean, I'm assuming I was
trying hard.
I was probably wearing a beret for sure.
Were you always still the same style?
You know, when someone says I was probably wearing a beret for sure.
No, the style before
Was it a little bit different?
It was a little bit more influenced by Cubism, and what influenced Cubism, you know. So that's where I was coming from before. I was loosey goosey with it. I was like just hitting more that abstract stuff, you know. But I think you got to do that for a while. You got to get excited, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What made you switch? You
You
remember at what point you was like, I'm gonna switch this up?
Because I think at the end of the day, even when you're like, well, okay, I'm gonna upset a bunch of people.
Okay.
When you're an abstract artist, you fucking know you suck, man.
Yeah.
You know. I don't care how many papers you can write to conceptualize what the hell you just did to make people believe that they should part with their money.
Oh, speak on it.
I think deep down inside, you know it. You know.
Yo, we had this exact conversation on about fine art like a while back.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a Rolodex, Carlos. I could be like episode. I don't even know which one it was, but
You hear what I'm saying, though, right?
we always talked about like fine art and all that stuff, and,
Yeah.
like, versus like commercial and like actual like illustration, all that good stuff. And I'm just like, I felt that way on some levels. So yeah.
And here's what's up as well, man. Like when I started tattooing 16 years ago, the guy that like decided to do my apprenticeship, I wasn't one of those guys that was looking for an apprenticeship. My ex-wife was getting tattooed by him. They just threatened to kill their last apprentice because they were like gnarly biker dudes. And they were just like, yo, we need another guy in here. And she's like, oh, my husband's an artist. Just like throws me under the bus.
Like, thanks, honey. Thanks, honey.
I guess I got to show up now, you know? So I came in with these
We're gonna talk
abstract
about
paintings,
you.
like these cubist paintings and stuff. And they were like kind of cool. I mean, I'm sure I could maybe, I'll find some and I'll send them to you guys so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But he was just like, oh yeah, looks like you know what you're doing with the brush. So let's get you going with a tattoo machine kind of thing. 2 weeks later, I'm tattooing. But
Really?
Yeah, man. What happened
Damn.
was I thought I was a good artist, and this is what we're talking about. I was an abstract artist, man. I can fool you. I can fool you with that shit. It's just that's some David Blaine shit right there. Yeah, I can totally fool you with that. But when it comes time to crunch, when homeboy's coming in for an eagle with his daughter's name below it, and you can't draw that, then you realize you're not an artist. You realize that real fast, man. So it was sink or swim for me, right? So he just threw me in the deep end. Dude, I did a sleeve 1 month in.
You are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Well,
you
dude,
did
I was gonna get my hands broken, dude. What am I gonna do, man? Like,
Yo. And I'm thinking, like, you messing some dude's sleeve?
yeah, dude. My homeboy, this graffiti artist, he wanted like a train all with graffiti on it, and he wanted tracks. And that's hard to draw, man. That's hard to draw. on
You're
paper.
drawing a rounded surface.
Dude,
Yeah.
I drew it on with a Sharpie, and I went for it.
That
my
sounds
God.
so crazy. I'm gonna
Oh
wake
my
people up
God.
here. You can't say you went for it on somebody's arm.
For real.
You
man.
hear this chat?
But check this out. You want to get better at art? That's what you got to do. You got to get yourself thrown in
Yeah.
the deep end. So
That's extreme
draw-
pressure.
I can draw. Yeah, I can draw anything pretty much now. I can draw like
Oh yeah, I bet.
realistic animals. I
Yeah.
can draw flowers. I can draw tribal armbands. I can draw like when people see my Lurk stuff and then they go to like if you go to my tattoo page, which is
Yeah, can we pull that up?
yeah, it's Umbrella Russ on Instagram. So you
Ooh,
check that out.
okay.
So I can do a
Sounds
vast
legit.
array of different things, and like you know, people don't even know I tattoo. I've been doing this 16 years, man.
I didn't know.
Well, we just met.
I was looking at your, I wouldn't tell it was from your Instagram. I was
Yeah,
looking at
exactly.
Instagram.
Yeah, but yeah, Umbrella Russ is the Instagram. But anyway, so you just learn. I mean, I'm still not like one of the best tattoo artists in the world, but I'm well rounded.
Yeah.
You know.
Yo, is that sleeve still up on your?
Hey, you know,
gotta
Russ.
see what-
Russ is like this saying, "I love my hands. I love my hands. I love my hands."
I just gotta see what the "I'ma go for it" looks like when you finished.
No,
Right.
man, I'm a gopher. It's definitely not. And that's 16 years ago, man.
Oh damn.
There you go. Let's
There you
take a
go.
look.
Yeah, just scan through some of that. You'll see.
Oh, dude, it's like super like traditional.
I got everything though. I got
I
tradition.
love that. The colors, man.
Yeah, I got the essay stands with my wife.
Yeah,
With that bad boy.
I saw
Look at
that.
that.
You got a
Look at
couple of those
that.
Look
fences.
at those Gucci slides, man. Damn.
Look at you.
Killing them.
I love that. That was your Christmas. That was your Christmas picture too. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that's my Christmas photo.
I was like, this is hilarious. This is him and his wife. But then I realized it said Merry Christmas. Like, y'all fucking crazy.
He's wearing a onesie.
You're like, what are you talking about? We're in a nice.
But yeah, you go through, you can see that I'm pretty well rounded, you know? I can do
Yeah,
lots of
man.
different things.
That's
See it.
really good for crab claw.
So you do more cartoon style portraits? I see how you do both. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I do Japanese traditional. I do
Yo.
Wu-Tang logos. Yeah, that's like Japanese.
So what did you do like when you first yo the skeleton with the the heart booty?
Where's that?
We
Down.
can't show that on the stream. It's hilarious. I love it.
Or did you pull it up on your computer? Is that what you're doing?
No, I didn't. It's it's halfway down.
Portrait.
It's next to open close sign.
Look at that Ganesha, dude.
Mhm.
I know.
Fine line.
Dude, Come on, son.
Boom.
So you draw it on wax paper
You
first?
can draw like that when your hands are in jeopardy. That's what. That's
So-
that old school training.
So you draw it on transfer paper first, or what do you do? You
Yeah,
sketch
yeah,
it
yeah.
out first, or do you free it?
Yeah, some of it's Sharpie straight onto the body, and then some of it's on the transfer paper, just classic traditional style. A lot of it I'll draw straight on though.
Got another reason to come to Vancouver now.
Tragically, yeah, I like these. I always wanted to get tattoos.
Would those glasses work with the tattoo ink?
Maybe not because it's. I think because of the reflection of light goes through the skin pigment first, so I don't think it would. I think you'd get like a mix of the light coming through the skin, like the reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lettering is tight.
The only thing that's really unfortunate for me right now is I have nerve damage in my finger from breaking my knuckle punching something when I was younger. I pushed the knuckle back into place like an idiot. And because of that, later on, I've got nerve damage in my finger. So when I tattoo now, my finger can sometimes go numb within like 30 minutes.
That's what Charlie was talking about.
That's my grandma's piece. Proud from the grave.
So good.
Yeah.
How long does it take you then?
A dog and a raptor?
Sorry, I got a mixture.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the dog and the raptor?
Dude, the guy, sorry, I can't say that. Sorry, this guy.
There you go.
This guy got me to draw that over and over and over, and then was just like, yeah, I'm gonna come in, and just didn't come in.
Oh.
Wow.
So I've got that just sitting around. That's up for grabs, that piece. It's a good one.
Wow.
Yeah. That took me a while to draw. He's just like, okay. I got his deposit though, so whatever.
Nice.
He was a hippie. I don't want to tattoo hippies anyway. Guy stunk. Shower, bro.
Right.
Shower your mind as well.
Yeah, just wash this out. Shower.
And this is like the majority of my family.
Look at the bush.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the bush one is hilarious.
The which one?
Oh my
the bush. George Bush.
Look how derpy he looks.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing.
How derpy he always looks.
Fool me once. Who got that on there?
Someone wanted that.
Well, because they think he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Because I mean, in comparison, he doesn't look so bad these days. But
right.
Let's not even get into that.
Yeah.
Good luck, you guys. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to
I've already said I'm going to Canada.
Yeah. Hell,
I love the octopus sleeve. Okay, now that's a little bit different. Yo, that's a little hidden gem. This octopus one.
Yeah, and the sleeves are like really hard to take photographs of. It just wraps around so much, right? Like, I mean, I tried to.
Yeah, but this one feels different than the other ones. Like,
illustration style, right?
Yeah, I like this.
Hey, there he is. What's up, Joey? I told them you were going to be coming on.
That's based off a H.P. Lovecraft story.
Yeah.
And this is why people are like, oh, you ever going to get any tattoos? And at first I was like, well, first I need to work out because I'm not going to be walking around looking like a punk.
I was going to mention that.
Yo,
and then I know myself. Like I can't do just a little thing. Like this would be
I want a sleeve.
This would be me.
Yeah.
I want a sleeve.
I go all in.
I don't do it though because of like this until they come up with some better pigment. Can't do it.
I don't do it because Sketch Zone has yet to make a thin dime.
And I don't want the black and white. I like color for some reason.
Yeah, it'll never work though.
It'll never work for me. I know.
Your pigment of your skin defeats the pigment of the ink. It's basically like putting a dark varnish over a painting, right?
Yeah. So all I could do is the black and white unless I find some.
Well, no, you can do white as well, and it kind of.
But I heard that like kills over it, doesn't it?
It kind of comes like a caramel color. You can do really, really light yellows as well. So like a yellow with a lot of white pigment in it. But I mean, then like, what are you gonna have? Like a black and a yellowish tattoo? Like it would just be weird,
Yeah.
right? I would just stick with black.
This guy has a mole.
Yeah,
It's under-
How's
I
that?
put a little burst around it.
yeah, that's crazy.
Don't look here.
It looks like she's about to lick it too, man.
Yeah,
It's gonna do that dance of death up on that mole.
that's
man.
funny.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, I kind of want you to find this one piece that I'm super proud of. It's getting towards you getting towards it, I think. It's probably my most the piece I'm most proud of.
This one's beautiful too.
The deer one's cool. Like some of the black and white ones are cool. Panda.
The hounds.
You got the Bowie there. Bowie.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, yeah,
There's a lion
Starkville.
one that's cool too.
Bowie's in space.
Yeah, my favorite.
It's always interesting to see how people put someone that they've never met on their body, and then what you do is you listen to the story and then shut the hell up. But
Yeah, I don't know. I like Bowie's music. I don't like it when he's in movies trying to abduct a baby just so he can get with a babysitter.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how that movie still flies and everybody thinks it's just cute kids movie because that literally Labyrinth is a movie about a creepy dude that abducts a baby to use the baby so he can get the babysitter who's 15. I don't know how that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't care how many cute characters you put in that movie.
yeah.
Not okay. Anyway, so go up above. So there's two sleeves there. There's a black and gray sleeve, and there's the one
Yep.
below it next to the deer. Go down again.
Yeah, that's the one I
Oh,
was.
that's right there.
Check that black and gray. That's the piece
Oh,
I'm most proud of. That's all custom work. I didn't trace it from anywhere. That's just like straight out of my head. So that's Odin. Or
damn.
allegedly Odin. I mean, I never met him.
Yeah, this one's dope.
So what was the story behind this one? Were they like just I want Odin and I let you do what you want?
He just wanted Odin. Just told me to do my thing. And then the one below that on the Instagram page is pretty cool as well. The sort of jungle scene.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I get to do some cool stuff. And so when you look at that stuff, you realize like, oh, this guy doesn't just do weird wizards with long hogs and titties, you know?
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about. And this is to get to that point is like, yeah, you can have fun with your abstract art and you can have your other boozy friends blow smoke up your ass and tell you how cool you are.
Right.
I can outdraw you. I'm telling you right now.
Until you draw a dragon wrapped around somebody's arm.
Yeah,
Until you draw a lion on someone's
Arm,
bicep
yeah.
and it looks like a lion.
I got you. I got you.
He's
now.
like, oh, that's a pit bull.
Person's mother. That's what Canadian women look like. Sorry, Canadian women. Yeah, so I mean, like, I'm not like trying to be like, yo, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm big headed about this. Like, you got to be able to draw everything. I'm not that person. I think you can have fun with your art. But yeah, you asked me why I wanted to get away from the abstract stuff.
Yeah.
Because I got a taste of this. I got a taste
Yeah.
of being like, hey, I can be a better artist. And I can really like hone my craft, and I can really try to do as many styles within this tattooing realm as possible. And you know what happened to my artwork when I started tattooing? My artwork got better.
Got better, yeah.
Yeah, my LURK stuff got better. It got tighter and tighter and tighter until it looked like the illustration style that you see right
Ooh, I didn't see that one. I didn't
Yeah.
see that. See, that's crazy.
now. Zayas.
I think I would get an octopus probably. I kind of like octopuses.
We got
Yeah.
9 brains.
Yeah.
Crazy. They can
Still don't speak English,
control each
dumbass animal.
sucker.
Well, they just don't. They do. They just haven't told you yet.
Yeah.
Dumbass just floating around.
Man, imagine if they were the size of a house, they would just kill us all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same as a house cat. You know, if a house cat was actually the size of a tiger, good luck.
All you cat people will be dead.
Exactly. These people walk around with these
Messing
killing
with these cats.
machines.
Mess
I'm
up these
not sure
cats.
if I'd shed a tear, to be honest.
Yeah, mess these cats if you want to.
This looks so real. Damn.
Yeah, so I did like the LURK painting in the background. I did the guy with like the patchy beard that looks a little bit like me. My wife won't let me shave that beard, even though it looks like I'm going through some sort of therapy when I have that beard. Like weird comb over.
It looks like you're making your way to the post office.
I
Yeah.
tried to explain what a beard looks like and then drew it on my face.
Like the guy that teaches shop class.
Like,
Right.
she won't let me
Nice.
shave it though, dude. She straight. You know, you saw pictures of her. I can't shave that. That's
Yeah,
it.
you gotta do what she said.
I'll just do whatever she says. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
I
She
learned
sees something you don't.
maybe. So I look cool there. I got like a little toothpick in my mouth.
See that?
Got that belly hang. I don't know what's
Oh, hey, some chicks like the thick fellas.
Well, I used to be a bit of a fit lad actually, but I had a hip replacement and kind of slowed me down.
Oh,
That'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, skateboarding and judo, not always a good combo for your hips.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So you can see, well-rounded is a good way to be, kids.
Yep.
Rounded as possible.
Yeah, draw like everything all the time,
Yep.
anywhere.
And that's what people say. Like, I'll get kids that contact me all the time. And here's the thing: if anybody's listening right now, I will reply to every message. Like when people contact me, I'm not that person that's like too cool for school. I hate that. Hate that when people do that. You got any questions for me about my artwork and you want a message over? Feel free. I'll answer it. I'll get to it eventually. And what I normally tell people is, hey, they're like, hey, how do I develop characters like you? I'm like, go start drawing like a cup and a leaf, and draw them realistically, correctly in the third dimension. Concentrate on that first. If you don't have a solid foundation, how can you possibly expect your style to hold up?
Yep. Right.
That's the same as anything. That's music, everything, man. Dance doesn't matter what you're doing.
And I like to get like super like not judgy, preachy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be lazy and call it your style.
Yes, don't hide behind a style, because I can spot that a mile away. I can spot that you have no foundation because you're hiding behind a style. It happens with tattooing a lot. I used to do this as well when I first started, when I was doing my sleeves in the first month. But you see, like those guys that can't draw the Japanese koi fish, so they do some weird, like tricked out, looks like graffiti koi fish, and they put eyelashes on it, and they're like, "It's my style." It's like, no, dude, you just don't know how to draw it properly, and I can see that. And that happens in all art styles. That's not just tattoo, and that happens in everything. And again, like I'm not saying that people can't be out there having fun with like the art that they do, you know, like that's
Right.
totally normal, totally fine. Like just have fun with it. But you want to start hitting those pro leagues, it's time to start practicing like you're in the pro game. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I was actually going to do a vlog about this, but I guess I'll just spill the beans here. As an artist, Instagram is definitely a gauge for how good your art is getting, right?
Sure.
In the beginning, my Instagram, I had a couple hundred people, but that's because my art was worth a couple hundred people.
Sure.
But then I kept working. Now I finally got up over 1,000. So that means that my artwork is at 1,000 level. But then you see these folks that are just trying to figure out how to trick the algorithm. And that's not going to make you a better artist.
No.
Forget about the algorithm. Draw. Get good. Like, for example, Russ, have you ever bought any Instagram ads or did anything on Instagram to help like boost your numbers?
Only if I had something for sale.
Yeah.
So if I
which makes sense.
a print for sale or a T-shirt for sale, yeah.
Which makes sense. But it's not like you're saying, hey, Instagram or whatever, some of these goofy apps that are out there, or these people that are like, hey, want 10,000 followers? Right?
No.
Don't
never do that. No.
Don't waste your money on that.
No.
Like waste your money on practice
Yeah.
and lessons and
Yeah, man. For real.
get better.
No, for real. Like it's just, yeah, those those things I think to me are fundamentally obvious, but also I come from a totally different generation.
Yeah.
You know, and again, like you got to be careful when you're talking about this because there's definitely like I've had conversations with this like younger kids who are just like, oh, I just like doing art for fun. It's like, well, that's cool, do art for fun, but if you're asking questions how to get better, I got that knowledge for you, you know,
Right.
and this is how it is, you know.
Right.
Some people can walk out, you know, and just nail it. Like I'm sure there's naturals in the sport world, like you know, everywhere. Like you know, not everybody can be like Wayne Gretzky, not everybody can be Jordan. You know what I mean? But I'm
Right.
sure they worked hard at it as well. But then you get those anomalies where that dude just walks out and like he's scoring goals in soccer every day, like no problem. Like he's not even trying. Like skateboarding, right? There's those kids. There's always the group of 20 kids that you skateboard with. I'm trying all day to land this trick. Buddy who's been skating a month is like landing it. It's just
Right.
some people are natural.
Right.
But I mean, even those natural people though, like they'll still crumble when they don't have that good foundation, man.
Right.
You know? Some things
Right.
come out in the wash, you know?
And I don't know if I've ever heard of anyone with horrible art skills with 10,000 followers that have gone into a job interview and said, "Hey, I have 10,000 Instagram followers."
Sure.
And people are like, "Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll give you a shot."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not really how it
Your work
works.
speaks for itself if it's tight and your accolades, you know,
Right.
actually what you've done. The
Right.
other thing that I think is a really crazy phenomenon, and me and my wife talk about this, so before anybody jumps down my throat here, I've definitely thought this one out a lot, and I feel it's a really, really strange phenomenon. These young, beautiful, abstract artists that tend to be women that post every third pictures of them in just their bikinis in front of
Yeah.
an abstract painting that looks like crap, but they've got like 200,000 followers. And I'm assuming they're really good at drawing dick pics by this point. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get that as a phenomenon as well. And I think that like really cheapens the art world because it the problem is these young people that look at that and they say, hey, this girl's got 1,000 followers. She's painting this abstract butterfly with it. You know, I'm looking at it being like, okay, I could do that in a second, but whatever. But
Right.
she's pretty and she's beautiful and she's thin and she's everything that society considers beautiful.
Right.
That really doesn't create a like anything good for art whatsoever. Like that's you know what I mean? Like I think
Yeah.
we've got to be careful. Like we've got to be careful putting that stuff out there, you know?
And we have to be careful. I mean, they can do whatever the hell they want
Sure.
because I mean, no one wants to see any one of us in a bikini. I mean,
I don't even want to look at myself in the mirror most days.
yeah, with the full suit on. But don't let me say this. Try not to judge yourself. Try not to compare yourself to people, what they're doing and all that stuff.
Yeah, you're
Compare yourself. I mean, you can look at what people are doing and kind of try to see where technology or where art is going, because you don't want to have like old art.
Sure.
But judge yourself against yourself. So take your Instagram feed, scroll up a couple times, and make sure that you're drawing better than that picture that you just looked at.
Absolutely. I just did that the other day. I went back to stuff from when I first started posting on Instagram or when I first started getting back into digital art. I was like, you're doing all right, bud. You're doing the right thing. You know?
I like when people do that, or when they, what's that challenge when they do that, where they post their artwork now and then their artwork 10 years ago,
Sure. Yeah.
just to
And
show
you
where you've been.
And you can see that difference, right? And I think it is super important to do that, you know? Absolutely. And
Yeah, totally.
you should always just want to be progressing for yourself, right? Like, and that's true. Like, I mean, I'm definitely not comparing myself against Bikini Girl, that's for sure. What I'm more worried about is what that does to the viewers of that art because it creates this sort of like false economy within the art world where it's sort of
Yeah.
like, well, she's got 100,000, 200,000 like people from this must be what is cool art.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's that you're getting bamboozled by the fact that she's hot.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
You're not looking at the art.
Yeah.
And again, like, I mean, I'm sounding judgy, but I don't really care. I'm not out to make any new friends here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good person. I'm good to
Speak the
people,
truth.
you know?
Too bad you got some new ones.
Yeah. I got 3 new friends.
Whether or not you like it, you got
Yeah.
new friends.
But you know what I'm saying, right? And like I think it's fine. They can do their thing, those girls. That's great. But
I think I found the wrong art page. I'll move on.
yeah. It's just not for me. Or either that, I've got to start going to the gym again and get myself bikini ready.
Bikinibod.com.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Actually, me and my wife were like jokingly talking about like because my wife is kind of a smoke show, and I can confidently say that. But we were talking about starting an actual art account where we just get her to splash a bunch of abstract paint around on canvases and just pose looking really pretty, and just to see as a social experiment how many followers she can get from that. How many dick pics will she get a day?
What's that residual income look like though? you start getting headphones and everything else gets sent to your house because she's like put these on.
Crazy,
It might work, man.
crazy, man.
Just be like, whack them to send her a Cintiq randomly. You're like, yo, this could work.
Yeah.
You
Right.
gotta go full tech. You gotta go full digital art realm and just hit up all those companies.
Yeah, I want the new I want a new.
I was like, yeah, that sounds legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call it a social experiment on how much art equipment I can get.
Oh, what are you drinking there? That looks delicious.
You know, this is good old iced tea.
Good old iced tea. I thought maybe you were on that kombucha.
Oh no, that sounds nasty. I like really sweet things.
You don't like fermented drinks that have sat around for months?
No, I don't drink bacteria for fun. I like sugar and it's good regular old iced tea. You know.
So that's an iced tea, not a sweet tea. Because when I was in Chicago, I get thrown all the time when I'm in the States because I was in I can't remember what the place was called. It's like a breakfast place. I ordered up an iced tea and I drank it. I nearly spat it out because it was just like, well, what is that? It's actually just iced tea.
Yeah, this is nice. This is iced tea. Some people can confuse it with sweet tea depending on how much I put in it. But yeah, sweet tea is on a different level. I love that too.
Word.
Yeah.
Well,
crazy.
I have to work tomorrow, guys. I'm feeling like I'm tapping out here. I'm getting
cool. No, all good. I was about to wrap it up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
This was great.
So,
I hope I didn't ruin your podcast.
Oh no, you saved it.
Yeah, you could.
We'll have you come back on when you get your bikini bod back, and then we'll have you splash paint on your body.
I just want you to try that social experiment because I believe you can get really good prizes from that.
Yeah. Definitely that.
Headphones for everybody.
You get that Sony deal.
Yeah.
So Russ, if people want to catch up to you online, where can they find you?
They can go to my Instagram. That's the best place to get me. It's at LURK loves you. And because I do, I love all you, even you people that can't draw. And
we're on the category. That's awesome. You know who you are.
My podcast is the LLY podcast on Instagram, and my tattooing is at Umbrella Russ.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Thank you.
Mr. Sean Doe, how about you?
If you want to find me, you can find me at Instagram at DJ SEANDOE and on Facebook and Twitter under the same thing.
And you'll see a little bit of artwork over there in that little Instagram feed. You see a little bit over there.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna join these challenges that you have. I think that's
there it is.
Do it. Dude, yeah, dude, it'd be dope, like graph style.
Sean, did you do that? You do that that one, the artwork behind you?
This right here is my boy Shantala. He's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
He does a lot of artwork for a label that like we put out music. So yeah, man, he's amazing. That's Machine Wash Music. So.
Oh yes.
Okay.
We'll have
Yeah,
to
I like that one.
actually,
Really
now that
like
I'm thinking about it, we'll have to have Sean, we'll have to have you come back on and talk because he does graffiti, he does graphic design, he does painting, he does all that stuff. And this time we'll leave Risky at home because Risky likes to talk too damn
No, we
much.
can't do that because then it'd be a battle. Who's gonna talk more? And you're not talking to me on my show now.
That's Risky's thing.
The Risky will go into like the theory of life, evolution, and like everything else in between, cartoons, everything else.
Risky knows everything about everything.
And then if I do this while we're on the podcast, then it's all over with because Risky's showing all his toys.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's got enough. Is that
Risky is a grown ass boy. Boy.
you got to have a stark background because
Something like this will just happen.
Risky.
You're like, Risky, what are you doing? He's like, oh.
You gotta have
What are
a
you
straight
doing?
white background because Ricky's gonna get ideas. Yeah, this is awesome. I kind of want him back on the show just to watch.
Yeah.
Cool.
How about you, Chuck?
If you want to find me a couple of different spots. You can find me at my website, carlcollect.com/CharlieB.Williams. Find all my artwork there. New stuff there in the experiential section. Check it out. You can find me on my Instagram, CharlieBW3, Twitter, CBW3, almighty Pinterest, Pinterest.com/CharlieBW3. Inspirations, a bunch of good stuff. Doing good work over there. You know, I like it. Get on this Pinterest community, man. I'm trying to tell you, I'm on this new wave. This is cool. They put analytics on here. I'm reading this thing all the time. I don't know how they're doing analytics with Pinterest, but I like it. It's weird, Carlos. It's weird. We can talk about it later.
I don't get it.
I know I don't get it either, but it's weird.
Oh, hey, I'm Carlos. You can find me at coconutjustice.com and Coconut Justice everywhere else. Jack, who is not here, is sketchbookjack.com, sketchbookjack everywhere else. Sketch Zone podcast, you can find, we're wrapping up episode 179. Boom, son. Boom, son.
200. We getting there.
But you can catch us on Sketch Zone, sketch.zone for all the shows. Or if you're here watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And there's a little bell right next to that. Click that. Every time we come out with something, bam, bam, boomy, you're alerted. Come hang out with us live, just like Joey, Elizabeth, B. Abram. We have to figure out who that. Gabriel Williams, Long Arm, my boy Landon. Yeah, buddy. Landon out there in LA getting work done too.
Oh, he's out in LA?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can come and you see how we do. We let you guys interrupt the show however many times you want. We try to have you guys be a part of the show.
Yeah. Man.
And if you guys are on Instagram and you draw, the fun prompt this week is a lizard wizard orbiting planet.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That one.
A lizard with that dude. That dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
this guy over here. Well, I said
The guy with all the lizards and wizards.
I said wizard. I was being easy.
That whole orbiting the planet thing. That's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, lizard wizard orbiting planet. Tag us on Instagram and actually go through the process of tagging us. So then that way we can share your work and show it live on the show. Yeah, but if you can't watch us live, you can still catch us on YouTube, but you can also listen to us. Charlie, there's a new one. You can catch us on Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, iTunes, and Spotify.
Ooh, really? Okay, cool. Nice. I'm liking that one. There we go. I'm waiting on that one.
Sketch Zone of Spotify, y'all.
Yeah.
Make that happen. So yeah, that's pretty much it for us. It's too bad that Charlie came in late because it's only obvious that he has a lot to talk about.
Sorry. I hate like working late on Thursdays.
You just have to do it from work.
One of these days,
And then
I'm
when you
I'll
and then
get
when
it.
you
Sitting
then
there
when you
working.
roll up in that house at midnight, Monica is like, "Don't poison your pillow." That's
No, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of our relationship. Everybody's out. If I don't make it in by a certain time, they're gone. They're like,
yeah.
see you in the morning. So
Speaking of which,
cool.
we're here every Thursday night. We try to be here every Thursday night
Mhm.
at 9:00 California time. Join us.
Yeah, man. And anytime you guys want me back on, just let me know.
Yeah, come on back.
Oh, hell yeah. That's a good time.
I got that
That's a
nice
good time,
microphone.
man.
I sound nice and smooth.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Sean?
I just want Sean
Mash.
Joe to come back. He'd be holding back naps.
I think Sean's sleeping.
My name is Sean Joe.
I need one of those microphones. We wasted on this.
No, don't worry. Jack spent 160 episodes, something like that, with the iPhone microphone thing. So he just got some. You good?
I'll send you a microphone when those deals start coming from my lady.
Yo, all you gotta do, we get those deals in the next couple of weeks. All you gotta do is be like, just reach out. You can get some artwork up there really quick. We can do this. Do this experiment. Skip these companies.
Yeah, get those hitters.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. Have a good week.
Okay, man. Peace.
See you guys.